Alright, so welcome back, people. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Sorry for starting so late, but sadly the game had to update, and you know that downsampling my audio all the way to stereo and dual channels takes a lot. So basically that's the reason, but no worries because today we will continue with Legacy of the Sith storyline. Pretty much, we are now at full power after getting two Datacrons. So pretty much, we got a nice weapon customization there. As you can see, that weapon tuning there, but I'm not using that. I have my own. So pretty much. So we left right here, Galactic Threads. So meet with Lana, Manika, and Jaka order in the Alliance operations room. So we have to go to Odessa once again. So basically, people, the idea here is that we finished Knights of the Fallen Empire Master Mode, Knights of the Eternal Throne Master Mode, both of them. And well, basically after that we are continuing with the storyline at story level, I guess, difficulty, pretty much. So yeah, pretty much. That's the idea. So basically we are just continuing with the story after doing a Datacron hunt. Last time I was ready to continue with the story, but we did a quite long Datacron hunt, the Ossus Endurance Datacron, and due to that, well, pretty much, I spent a lot of time trying to get that last Datacron. Okay, so meet with Lana and Jekaya Ordo in the Alliance operations room. Okay, so let's get into it. Remember, here we are dealing with the crazy Mandalorians and the Padawan that got captured.
There are three ways we could go about settling this. Find Shay, find Malgus, or find Head of Cole. One of Mandalore's, Shay's, new accomplices, turned up on Hoth. Without Shay or her old Sith friend. If we can interrogate this Gerutum, maybe he can put us on Shay's trail. I've also got a tip that Head of Cole's got a morale problem on her hands. One of her most loyal followers made contact with the spirit of vengeance. She's defected and hiding on Tatooine.
And as luck would have it, our people have breached the inner sanctum of Darth Nul's temple on Elon. There may be a clue there that could point us to Malgus' next steps. From what I read in Taylor Strelick's report, the dig teams have finally cleared a path into Darth Nul's temple. What they found is promising, but there is one final obstacle impeding their way into the heart of the ruins. Talos is currently looking into a solution. He has requested that you bring Null's holocron to Elon in the event of his success.
Except the library of Null's mission, we need to see exactly what Morgus was after on Elon. If there's more to uncover there, I want to see it. Shay's accomplices, well, I don't care.
One moment.
Let's get to that one.
Oh, wonderful. I was so hoping to hear from you soon. I had intended to have this little issue resolved by now. We run into a bit of trouble with the security measures in Null's temple. For all our remarkable inventions, it seems her most prized holdings are safeguarded by a simple droid. A droid
Interesting.
that's been rendered inoperable by a missing part of extreme importance.
Have you had any luck with the antiques dealer we identified on Nar Shaddaa?
Not in the slightest. I was rather unprepared for the sheer size and complexity of this road, and I'm having some difficulty locating her. I would appreciate any assistance in making contact. I am feeling quite out of my depth. Once this is all sorted, whatever is hidden in the recesses of Darth Nul's temple will be revealed.
I suppose a lifetime of studying history is hardly adequate preparation for navigating Nar Shaddaa's streets. Once you acquire the part Talos needs for the droid, he'll walk you through the rest. Good luck.
Well, this seemed much more interesting. Definitely seemed much more interesting than mm, uh, mm, mm. Checked. Mm. So, library of Null. Meet with Talos Relic in your ship's hangar. What the fuck? Okay. Ship's hangar. I basically have to travel there. I basically have to travel there. I basically have to travel there.
I'm so pleased you could join me. I'll be the first.
Hang on, people. I have to deal with this. Mm. Hmm. Oh shit. Yeah. There we go. So here we go with Talos, our old companion. Shit. Here.
I'm so pleased you could join me. I'll be the first to admit that I'm a bit mystified by the goings-on of Nar Shaddaa.
Good. All right, so we go with town. Sorry, there are people that I had to I had to attend to guild thingies. In the druid part, stealer and Narshada. Where? It's faster to use my quick travel. No.
Please select an available travel route.
Duro sector tanks. There we go. So, here. Let me get right over here. Ah, true. Before I forget, or speaking of the guild, I will do the stupid invasion thingy right there, so I don't forget that. Next time, because I always forget to do that. more or less over here. Right here. So we move through here. It should be at this corner.
What rotten luck. The store is closed. Wait a moment. What does that sign say?
By order of the Hunt Cartel's Business Licensing Board, this store is temporarily closed. Read out the sign. When the competition closes, come to Balaam's car for all your droid repair needs. Warranted to stock the rarest and oldest of droid parts. The only fully licensed reseller on the promenade. And what do we do with this shit?
Someone else has taken advantage of this poor antique dealer's misfortune. Just the kind of cutthroat competition I'd expect on SWTOR. But hopefully it will work out in our favor.
How so? Purchase a droid component. Okay. It'll be faster if I just teleport. I guess I can. Let me check something. Okay. This one?
I've got any ancient droid part you could want. Only the best for the dessert.
This part has clearly undergone some sort of refurbishment. Although I do suppose that's to be expected with a device as old as this. No matter. The advertisement did assure us that the seller is fully licensed. To Elam.
To Elam? Are you sure you are ready to begin the Library of Null? You will be transported to the mission's location as soon as you accept. Yeah, sure. Pretty much all I can do. Oh. Sorry that I started late today, people. But basically,
Now, in theory, yes. But there is only one way to find out for certain.
hang on. We skipped a portion of the cinematic as I was hitting spacebar.
Now,
There we go.
what we need. I can formally introduce you to the little scamp who's been charged with keeping us out of Darth Null's temple. You have the holocron.
I do. And you're sure it's safe to have brought it back here?
In theory, yes. But there is only one way to find out for certain.
Looks like I made it just in time for the fun part. Heard you're having a little trouble busting down the door.
It's nice to see you again, Major.
Likewise. Can't say I'm too impressed with the scenery, though. Didn't expect this sort of thing when Darth Krovos made me her new attaché. All that Mando trouble started taking up more of her time. After Manan, she thought I'd be a good fit. She's got me up to speed on all the important details about what's going on here.
Allow me to get the security droid back online, if you two would like a moment to catch up.
What is this shit? My god.
I can see why Lord Krovos wants eyes and ears on all things Darth Null and her mysterious holocron. A lot could slip through the cracks in a place like this. Not that that's a concern, just consider me an extra pair of hands to keep it from happening.
If you're here to run back to Krovos about every little thing that happens here,
That's not how I operate. I'm here to do my job. Make sure things go smoothly and in service of the Empire's interests. That's it. Hope you know what you're doing with that thing.
Not to worry. I've made the repairs with equipment from a very reputable specialist.
That part you installed, is it meant for this kind of droid?
We're dealing with a droid that is centuries old and one of a kind. Finding a part that's a perfect match would be quite impossible.
Yeah, but you couldn't find a part that was a close match, at least.
Ah, it seems the antiques dealer incorporated components from an old uplink device. It's completely harmless, and most importantly, it's working.
We'd still better keep an eye on it. Better safe than sorry, yeah?
Open door into Darth Maul's temple. Laboratory assistant droid. Ah, so the temple is right below where you fight Morgus.
This is where you caught Malgus, eh? Too bad the old backstabber couldn't just admit when he's been beat.
Beaten. Interesting. Quite interesting. It's got to be this one. Let's get into it. Well, they did improve some things here. Nice animations. I would have expected just a fade to black and appearing here. We can RP walk these people. We can slowly walk these. We can just walk
I can't
these.
tell you how thrilled I am to finally gaze upon what's beyond this door. What wonders we shall discover.
I wouldn't be so cheered up as to see what's behind the door.
What's wrong?
Doesn't open.
I do believe it's waiting for confirmation of some kind. Perhaps a passcode or a resonance frequency. Ah, yes. There we are. Absolutely breathtaking.
Darth Maul's laboratory.
Or a trap that tries to kill us all. Still a possibility.
An ancient recording device. Marvelous. Devoid of records, it seems. Terrible luck.
Let's take a look around. See what we can find.
Okay, let's see. It's a real shame that that we can stream the soundtrack of the game, which is amazing. Solve the illusion of
Only a
serenity.
clear mind can see the truth. Calm thoughts, at peace, like the waters of a still lake. Oh, why is it always riddles with the Sith?
Worthiness is not always about raw strength. Cunning is just as necessary, especially when hiding valuable knowledge.
You have altered the flow of the water, changed its very nature to be still. But the truth you reveal is a hologram, an illusion. What wisdom have you gained?
I'd say we gained plenty of wisdom, actually. Depending on what's in that canister, of course. Nice work.
One moment. The scroll you recovered is attempting to play a hollow recording. There.
I didn't think it possible, but I may have found a way to replicate my ability to touch the minds of others. The designs for this machine are underway, but it will require the creation of a holocron imbued with the essence of my gifts.
Don't like the sound of that. Doesn't matter what kind of gifts the box has in it.
Keep looking. There must be more of these recordings here.
Missing parts. Guess they don't make ruins like they used to. Huh. That droid just happened to find exactly what we need to fix the panel. How convenient.
Follow
A
your scroll.
giant set of scales. I suppose this isn't the weirdest thing anyone's ever found in a Sith ruin.
Yeah. You just put the urns, the pots. You don't have an urn on top of the table.
The scales balance, but they are not of equal worth. Balance is a construct, disguised as a law of nature, an ethical judgment of those who wish to hide truth.
No idea what she's on about, but let's grab that data scroll.
You found another of the data scrolls. Excellent. Plug it in. And let's see what else our mysterious Sith has to say.
The results of my tests are very promising, but I need the machine to extend my reach. Further and more in-depth experimentation is necessary. Several of my acolytes will make exceptional subjects.
Experimenting on our own people. The more things change, the more they stay the same, huh? Why is it going for the door?
Oh, what? You get to control the guy? The little guy?
Can't deny its usefulness, but for an old droid, it seems to know a lot. Ugh, this room makes me itch. What is all that?
Dust? Damn it, this one doesn't shut up, at all. Oh, it's like an organ. Interesting. Ah, here it is, how it should be. 2 yellow? Where are the yellow ones? Where's no, but that's yellow. What? It changed the other one. Interesting. Alright, those ones are the orange ones, but That one turns orange. Maybe counter it with this. Oh, they are somehow affected. They are all the same. It has to be 2 yellow, 1 orange, 1 blue. Okay, so maybe I have to start with this one. Like that. That's it. It's like that. Yo, my party had a TPW. No problem, no problem. Patrick, TPW. How's it going? No, Patrick, no. Pillow, how's it going, Pillow? How's it going? How's it going? Sorry, I just started. Sorry. Today I arrived a bit late. How's it going, Pillow? Party had a TPW. What do you mean, TPW? Total party wipe. No! Everyone died in your Dungeons and Dragons campaign. How's it going? Pillow, I wrote you a message over at Discord. No, they got arrested. Okay. They got arrested. There was police as well? You don't say. There was police as well. Pillow, I wrote you a message over at Discord. It's not that I deleted your images of our friend Mr. Gregor's just for the sake of it. No images of Mr. Gregor's, but the problem is that all of the 4 images were like contained inside. Not like that. Asmodeus, Lord of the Hells, came out. Okay. And you got arrested. You all got arrested. In that sense. It's like these people. I don't know. Okay, but it goes like that. We are in the Hells now. Oh, it's like in Baldur's Gate Siege of Dragonspear. That's good. That's good. In Baldur's Gate Siege of Dragonspear, it's like that. It's like that. It's like that in Baldur's Gate Siege of Dragonspear. Nice.
There is harmony, and there is chaos. Here, harmony has destroyed, created chaos. But in chaos, we rebuild. We reshape. We grow stronger than we were.
That was a lot of words, and not one of them inspired any confidence in me.
But basically, Pillow, now you are like in Siege of Dragonspear in Baldur's Gate. Regarding the images, no problem. Post all that you want, but in the main hall of analysis, you posted them like in the news channel. That's why I deleted them. And sadly, I was only going to delete the one about Mr. Gregor's. Mr. Gregor's, no, please. But the other 3 images were quite funny on the videos. But do it in the main hall of analysis channel, please. Below. In the main hall of analysis, so everyone can see them. In the Game News Plaza is where I or any of you post about game news. You can see what each channel is for at the top. Have you ever fought a level 20 thingy? Hell if I have. Hell if I have in Baldur's Gate with much harsher rules, with 3.5 Dungeons and Dragons. Yes. The harvester thing, maybe any D&D related. The harvester is the harvester is beyond any level 20 thing you can imagine. It went beyond it. I think it was 27, something like that. The harvester. I think the harvester was something like 27, 30, as per 3.5 Dungeons and Dragons rules. Yes. You would love the harvester if you like the. If most people would run in panic at him. But yeah. Any final boss of Baldur's Gate in Legacy of Ball difficulty is like that. Siege of Dragonspear is much harder there in Hell and etc. The Harvester, let's not even comment. It's like made so so you don't beat it. In that sense.
Curious. I wonder why he did that.
Hopefully it decided to get some shut-eye instead of following our every move.
Perhaps it has something to do with a scroll to put into the
Yeah.
recording
So
device.
you all got
It
arrested,
responded to Null's
and
hologram
Asmodeus
once
Lords of
already.
Hells came
That
out,
can't
and
be
you are now in
correct.
Hell.
This part does look
Have you ever
like
fought a level
preparation
20 thingy?
to hold
Yet.
the holocron.
Several.
Don't know if that's such a
I
great
would cite the
idea.
demon of
This could be
the final
very
demon of
thing that
Baldur's
unlocks the
Gate, Siege of
holocron's
Dragonspear, of course,
secrets.
the Harvester. Let's
Oh,
not even
we've
comment
come so
that one.
far.
The final boss in Divinity Original Sin uh, would be the equivalent. Knights of the Old Republic, the final boss fight against Kreia and Sion, would also be the equivalent.
I didn't come all this way just to give up because you're worried.
Let me describe the fight for you. It should have a lot of spawns, if it's a demon. Oh, that's the famous Darth Null.
For all my attempts at secrecy, I should have known that there is no hiding from him. Not really. I do not know which of my acolytes succumbed to the promises he offered them, or the torture he subjected them to, but it does not matter. As long as this machine exists, as long as the potential to awaken the gift of the Force within others is a reality, my life will be in danger. I will employ the measures I have developed for this eventuality, activate security measures, conceal my experiments. I will do what I can to turn the Emperor's gaze from Elon, from what I have built here. When I have soothed his doubts with some new toy, I will return. My holocron must remain. It is safest here, with the very device it was meant for, not in the hands of those who wish to find the machine.
Hold on. Drellic, are you transmitting data from that droid?
Me? I haven't a clue what you're talking about.
What's going on?
Oh no. Something has activated the uplink connection in the droid, and it wasn't us.
You said there was a failsafe. Stop the connection, Kenneth.
I've been attempting to. Nothing is working.
Cut that thing off!
Wait! We don't know what will happen to the holocron if we destroy the droid. Who knows what information we stand to lose?
Okay, so the fight. The party rolled a natural 20 on initiative. Initiative. I presume it is initiative. Initiative. 3 party members did. So you attacked first. We pelted him with pretty much everything we had. You attacked him with everything and taken out everything we had. Okay, so you kill the spawns and attack him with everything. You got natural initiative.
Then wait until it's finished.
It is imperative that the machine be completed. Without it, the signal cannot be dispatched on the scale necessary to...
So it took perfectly a third of his health, 33%. So he transformed into his true form, like Freezer. Okay. Finally I'll get to kill something here. This will be faster. So he transformed into his true form, the demon. So you rolled to use 4 legendary actions. What the fuck is that? Those are the kinds of shits of Dungeons and Dragons 5.0 that I cannot tolerate. Those crazy rules of legendary actions and etc. It's such inconsistency with the rule. Okay, you'll have to explain to me what's a legendary action. Like, like risking your life, or what? In that sense, it's a homebrew thing. Okay, okay. It's like okay. It's like something that the dungeon master came up with personally for your campaign. This wasn't actually Asmodeus. Okay.
Glad that thing's still in one piece.
It was a perfect copy of Asmodeus. Okay.
Explain yourself. Now.
One of us needed to do something. Doubt we were the only ones listening to Noel's little farewell letter.
It's not your place to question me. Remember,
It wasn't actually Asmodeus, so it was a copy.
Right now.
It was a
Bottom
perfect
line, we need
copy.
to figure
He
out
triggered
who's behind this.
for
It's not
12
like
hours
the
by
short
the death of the Emperor of
I'll have a
Berg,
chat with Darth Progress.
which the party
Might be
killed.
someone in our ranks sniffing around where they don't belong.
Okay.
tell one wrong person and you'll have a target on your back. Keep that in mind.
It'll be fine. I do know when to keep my mouth shut if this situation calls for it. Take care of yourself, yeah?
Okay, so it was a copy of the demon.
A shame about the droid, but the important thing is Now's holocron survived. We should get it back to Odessen and secure it. The sooner the better. We have a mountain of data to sort through.
So you had killed an emperor. Legendary actions. He can act 3 times between player turn. Three attacks. Well, 3 acts. He can move, etc. Between player turns. Oh, that's shitty. It breaks the rules. It breaks the rules. See, that's what I don't like about 5.0. It allows for a lot of creativity regarding those things. When 3.5 had like all strict rules regarding those. You hate creativity? Yes, when it causes the rules to be different for the NPCs compared to the player. I analyzed that when I played Sacred 2, for example. I think that it's a great topic of debate. If when one creates either a video game or a tabletop game, it doesn't matter. If the rules are to be equivalent for both the NPCs and the players, or if they should have a disparity between themselves. I think having a disparity between themselves alters the natural flow of the relationship between the NPCs and the players. Yes, I have analyzed it. It was designed to push us to our limits because we all roleplayed too much. Imagine you are playing Dark Souls and you can get the entire plot point, but the final boss is right here, there. No. But I do believe that perfect games apply the same rules to the NPCs. When creating the NPC should be like a player in that sense, one that plays very well when compared to the players in that sense. We played this fight just for fun after this, and we won with casualties. Okay. You know what Asmodeus is? Is the demon that your dungeon master created for your campaign? Or is he somehow famous in any other way?
Unknown at the moment. He bypassed security at an Imperial
Wrong.
checkpoint on Hoth. His signature modulation pattern.
What is it, a demon? Can't be worse than the Harvester. No one is worse than the Harvester, Pillow.
It's no coincidence. One of Shay's accomplices might still
Hoth
be on
pursuit.
Hoth.
Let's go.
Our sources on Viking Space Dock have identified Shay's accomplice as Greg Besrick, an extremely talented slicer from Mon Cal. A bit of an eccentric.
A demon.
Known to take on almost any job to support his reliance on a special kind of stick. Hoth has no shortage of smugglers and pirates willing to procure something like that.
So, Asmodeus is a unique and
Refresh
powerful
some of them.
archdevil and the
Shy
ultimate
Tennis
ruler of
Treasure
the
Chest
Nine
is a good place
Hells.
to start.
Realm.
It's gonna
This
be
is covered in
thirsty.
Baldur's Gate much
You
harder
like him,
because
or
it's
you wanna fight
3.5.
Mandalore?
He rules from
You can
Necius,
ask
the
Desert
deepest.
yourself.
What did I
You'll
say?
find
I
it.
said the demon. I
You
said
know
the
the
fucking
handful
demon,
he
Philo.
knows about
Not
movements.
wrong.
If you
Right,
get him
perfectly
right,
right. I said the fucking demon.
Raz, make sure this
He rules
officer
from
is
Necius,
back
the
here in
deepest
one
layer. He's
piece.
worshipped as a
And not
deity in many worlds,
philanthropist.
while in others he's believed to be being more ancient than the deities themselves.
That
Demon
could be
is a lot of things.
nice.
Well, no, but it's a. You said archdevil. Yeah, yeah. I know. It's like the ending of Baldur's Gate one Siege of Dragonspear. Yeah. Okay. Let me go straight up. So we got like small quests here. Yes, it's like a demon. Yeah. It's like a Baldur's Gate Siege of Dragonspear. In the final boss fight that I commented to you the other day, it's like that. It's like that with a lot of spawns and etc. Yeah. Yeah, it's like that. It's like the ending of the of Baldur's Gate 1 Siege of Dragonspear, where you end up in hell. I wouldn't be surprised if your dungeon master played Baldur's Gate 1 because it's the same concept. The fun thing, the expansion, not of the main game. If it's of the first expansion of the second, I think it was Siege of Dragonspear. The fun thing is that because it's a copy and not actually Asmodeus, he doesn't have the completely OP resistances and summon. Okay, so the basically the so basically the dungeon master got fed up of all of you being lazy and role playing all day without fighting, like I say here with the harvester and etc. That I like the fighting system. So he like whipped you all with some unbeatable demons so you would move your asses a bit. No, he did not. He announced this. It was a party decision. Okay, so the party decided that you all wanted to stop being lazy and just role playing and wanted to get to fighting a bit like I like doing. The NPC told us this beforehand. Okay. 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 I mean, both are fun. No, okay, but just because you had said this was designed to push us to our limits because we all roleplay too much. That's that's the intention of the dungeon master, not of the NPC. Okay, so it was a combination. It was a combination. Okay, so it was a combination. The dungeon master being fed up in the intimacy of his being, and also the NPC warning you all, and you all, anyways, accepting like without any kind of problem. Okay. It was a combination of both facts because we thought it was worth it. I mean, we killed the Varnes Emperor because we thought it was worth it. Yeah. But then you know the dungeon master in the intimacy of his being, uh, because of what you described, he was maybe a bit fed up. He's not going to tell it to you, but maybe was a bit fed up of you all just for playing and no fighting. Or fighting bad things that you dispatched easily, like the emperor there or whatever. In that sense. So yeah. uh, okay, so it's over there. I have a fast travel point right there. Okay, so basically you all went around killing and doing these Ossus, and then the dungeon master got a bit fed up and he's now pitting you against hell. Okay, so total party wipe. You were all arrested in hell. In hell, you were arrested in hell. Don't tell me the demons have like a police officer. I know, but it was a fake. It was a fake. copy of the demon. Okay, so you all got arrested, and you're all in jail now. Total party wipe. What happens? You're all in fucking jail, and you'll have to devise a strategy to get out of there. Anyway, Asmodeus uses a meteor shower and hellfire build fire. Okay, okay. I take for granted. This one also uses custom spells and those things. Okay. Did he summon any mobs? He should have summoned some mobs. That's the idea. To test your area of effect attacks.
Gotta be crawling with Jakari slime like Bezric.
I see I'm not the only one doing this part of the story. And then he used permanent banishment. Okay. Told you already, he was banned from summoning anything because of the fact of himself being... okay. He was a summon. Okay. So he couldn't summon any mobs. You had it easy then. You had it easy then. The final boss of Siege of Dragonspear is like a room full of like 16 mobs. Well, I bet the Dungeon Master will then make you fight the real one. So it was a summon. Okay.
Their ship's off limits, so I told him to try his luck with their supply drops.
Okay, so you didn't have any summons. Well, I think for example, the Harvester didn't have any summons, but it was so brutal that he didn't need them. But Kreia in Knights of the Old Republic 2 had summons. She had 3 lightsabers, pretty much, which were brutal. And then the next section, in the next session, we went out of hell. Okay, so you got out of prison. That's good. That's good. You got out of prison, out of hell prison. Not bad. So you are all now wondering what would have happened. Well, you ran a simulation, but what would have happened should you face the real one with summons? You need to prepare for it. Now you are all, I bet, obsessed with preparing. I agree with the phrase. Look at this great man. Wolfscar here. You new gamers are the worst. I agree with him. I agree with this man. See, a person of culture playing this game. I agree with him. They don't know the they. I agree with him. They don't know the legendary pain of the Harvester. I agree with him. Or they play Baldur's Gate 3 before Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. I agree with him. And before you start screaming, we had a failsafe. Okay, so you went out of hell, and before you start screaming, we had a failsafe, which for the price of teleporting us to the original tavern, we spawned in everywhere on the planet. Everyone on the planet became acknowledged that we are there. Okay. So now we have to fight. We have to fight our way to the center of Burma, right after killing their emperor. So everyone knows where you all are. You all just want to rush through. That's why games suck nowadays. Yeah, I agree with this gentleman. See, men of culture. Not yet. Okay. Erases it. Okay. Okay, so you are all like, remember that we killed him in a colony. Did you all spawn together in secret? Nobody noticed yet. Okay, to the original tavern. Everyone on the planet became acknowledged that we are there. Nobody noticed yet. If it were for me, I would face them all head on, probably. That would be the entire country on you. That's a good challenge. I love those challenges. That's a good challenge. That's a good challenge. Not just a country. Continent? A whole continent? Where is it here? Oh, don't tell me it's on the other side of the wall. Not an entire country, a whole continent? The entire continent. Okay. Oh, that would be interesting. You would get a lot of XP. Wouldn't you? You get a lot of experience there. Where the fuck is the object? This thing right here? Oh, it because we destroyed an entire country cost.
Question is, did Bezer get what he came for?
So, because we destroyed an entire country, caused a plague, and an explosion the side of New York. Okay, so everyone hates you now. So now everyone hates you. Don't you have any allies? Any allies? Someone has to do a bit of diplomacy. They hated us for the last 60 sessions. Okay. Oh well. That's the thing, see? They wouldn't hate me because I would be like a righteous crusader. Okay. So all of your random attacks are now like coming back for you. Intelligent move by the guild master, by the dungeon master. Intelligent move by the dungeon master to make the worth. Oh shit! Exhaustion zone. No, the worth of your, the weight of your decisions matter. Okay. Okay, so you have, but you must have some allies that don't hate you, and now you have to build your diplomacy skills.
Cows in the fish are ours! No one can stop the white more!
No Bezer and no stims to lure him out.
Shut up. There. This plot arc was supposed to be the ending one, but because we failed, we need to find another way to make it to a character that we swore an oath to do a thing. If we fail the oath, our souls become his. Oh my god. Oh my god. My god. So basically this is pretty much over. If a copy of the demon could beat you all, the dungeon master like got really fed up of all of your role playing and just wants to kill you all. If we fail the oath, our souls become his. Dang it. Well, that's good. There are some dungeon masters who, just to not stop the game, they go way too easy on the players, and that's miserable. That's good. That's good. I'd say that's good. The thing is to destroy a certain church. We have 10 years to do so. Okay, no, then he's giving you time, I presume. 10 years. Dang. 10 years. That how many sessions is that? It was Whitemore property. And the church is made of an unmovable material and nearly indestructible material. An unmovable and nearly indestructible material. Okay. But my god, Pillow, it would be a waste that you all never get to fight the real demon. Then, in that sense, it's absolutely sad. If you don't get through all of this, you won't be able to fight the real demon. That's absolutely sad. Would be absolutely sad because you still have a chance. Pretty much. But well. So it was meant to be the ending. It was meant to be the ending.
Displaying all authorized destinations.
Was meant to be the ending. All of this. But he's like giving you one more chance. Like to recover from it and fight him again. Okay. Pretty much. Okay. I'm glad that your Dungeons and Dragons campaign is going well. You would love trying to kill the Harvester. In that sense. Well, no, because you didn't like the... Well, I don't know. If you like the fighting part, that would be brutal. In my case, I spent my weekend upgrading my PC. In my case, one of the fans stopped working, so I had to repair. I decided to just, alongside the technician, replace a lot of components of my PC. It's amazing now. That's the thing. By the way, I got good news. There's info here, already public. News sources here in Argentina. Pretty much that all of the current situation and worldwide conflict and etc. pretty much has as final objective your neighbor unfriendly tyrannical government, pretty much. So in that sense is the final objective of the US. It's not the current one, pretty much. So that's good news. Okay, so you have to go to a church and destroy a certain structure that is indestructible. Okay. So pretty much with that, you'll be able to go back to hell. And face a real demon, or the campaign just ends fighting a copy. That would be miserable. You have to fight the real demon.
Such an immense monument to the Republic's hubris. Finding one slicer will be difficult.
Not a problem. Lane let me borrow one of her gadgets. Really living up to her reputation for being obsessed with droids. If Besrick so much as touched any of the ship's systems, this little guy will sniff it out.
So that's for starters. Okay. So pretty much that. And I will. If you like those, definitely the best games you can play are those from the period of time that I'm telling you. 3.5 Dungeons and Dragons. adapted the rules very, very well with very hard encounters. But yeah, I get that there. What you like is also the roleplay. Here's more about the combat like you saw there with the other one. Before I forget, regarding the images over at Discord, post them over at the main channel if you'd like. Post them over at the main channel. Not Mr. Gregor's, only not Mr. Gregor's, but the other ones were quite funny. But they were quite funny with the guys acting as dogs, everything, and etc. They were quite funny. But in the main hall of analysis, that's where people read. You posted them, where I post the gaming news for the games. I don't know if you know, but I also cover video games. That's the thing, pretty much. So yeah, pretty much. That's the idea. That's pretty much the idea. You can post them, not Mr. Gregor's, the other three, right, right in the main channel. It's not that I deleted them just to eliminate them. It's because of the channel. You place them in in that sense. I have to scan for the signal. Scan slicer's signature. What's this shit? What? Summons Lane Beastlass in anti-intrusion droid to scan systems for presence of... What? What on earth? I don't know how to activate this droid. Okay. So that was a nice turn of events. So I think your Dungeon Master pretty much played Baldur's Gate Siege of Dragonspear, if you ask me, because it's the same as that ending. Which is actually a cliffhanger for Baldur's Gate 2. Maybe I just have to kill mobs, in that sense. It is heavily implied that there is a Tarask inside. What the fuck is a Tarask? What's a Tarask? It's a demon, another monster, Tarask. It has to be one of the part of the bestiary, part of the new bestiary of Dungeons and Dragons. You should know this one. No, because it didn't exist in 3.5. In 3.5, the highest demon the highest monster you could deal with was a beholder and an illithid, pretty much. It's in D&D since the second edition. Well, that never faced one then. It's not in Baldur's Gate. Tarask. Maybe I know him with a different name. Because I like changing names. I don't know, I don't play tabletop. I played Baldur's Gate, which is based on it, but still. Sorry, I'm wrong. I have never seen it in 3.5. I see we are all lost in the same way. Hoth pursuit. What the fuck is this shit? I see we are all lost in the same way. Maybe I have to target the corpse. Sorry, I'm wrong. It's in the second monster book of the first, in the first edition from 1984. Okay, well, whatever. Pretty much, it's not in Baldur's Gate. If it is, could it be that it has a different name otherwise? I don't know. I've never seen it. I didn't read the bestiary for the book. Up to today. Well, sorry, no, I haven't faced it in Baldur's Gate, and you know that I haven't played it in tabletop. If it's in Baldur's Gate, I must have killed it because I did a 100% completion. But I don't remember anything with that name. Maybe it has a different name. Does it have any alternative name? In Baldur's Gate, I remember the worst ones were the Beholder, the Demon, of course, a demon from the Nine Hells and etc. An Illithid, or Brain Flyer, or Mental Flyer, or whatever. It has like millions of names. And in Baldur's Gate 2, the Army of Drows Underground. In the case of a final boss, it's a mage, so it's like player versus player. And then there was another one that was a genie. A genie was quite tough in Baldur's Gate 2. I would say those were the most powerful monsters. Edition. Dungeons and Dragons 3rd edition, 3.5 edition monster manual. This version is often considered the strongest mechanical version. Key mechanics in this edition include enormous regeneration reflected carapace that bounce many spells back to the caster, extremely high armor class, and hit points to permanently kill it. In that edition, usually required a wish or miracle magic after defeating it. Oh, well, no, I haven't seen that creature in Baldur's Gate, and I cleared the whole map. Weird. I presume it's not which one was it? A basilisk. It's not a basilisk, right? The one that was also that also you had to use some of those things to then free your companions from being turned into stone. A basilisk? I presume it's not a basilisk. How do you call it? Tarask. Hang on. I'll Google it because maybe with the image I can see it. Hang on. Maybe I can identify it by the image because then they change their names. Tarask. Let me see. Besides, you say it was like a classic monster in first edition, second monster book of the first edition. Let me see. Tarask. Enormous abomination. Okay. Yes. Okay. 5th edition. No, let me see how he looked like in the. No. Okay. Colossal Tarask. The prime material plane. The beast was full of a bit smear. The carapace. Okay. No, there isn't one of these in Baldur's Gate. There isn't one of these in Baldur's Gate. The most similar thing are some of the dragons that you face in Siege of Dragonspear. Pretty similar. Pretty similar. Okay, it's like a dinosaur. It looks like a dinosaur. Okay. Okay, no. None of these in Baldur's Gate. No. Yep. Okay, maybe I have to play Icewind Dale, and maybe there I can find them. Can find one of them. Maybe in Icewind Dale. There has to be one of these. Okay, no, but it's like a. I presume it's similar to a dragon, more or less because of the shape. It's more or less like a dragon, but more like a dinosaur. It looks more like a dinosaur from the prime material plane. Okay. Hey, I'm sick of going around the same. Scan the slicer's signature. What do you? It's kinda like a dinosaur. Yeah. I saw it here in the image, but it's more an amalgamation of everything. So can it breathe fire like the down to earth though? Okay. How are you doing? I'm doing well. I upgraded my PC, Pillow. I upgraded my PC. I upgraded my PC because I had a fan spinning, making an awful noise, making an awful noise. I already told you over at Discord during the weekend before I shut down my PC to change the parts. You can post anything you'd like, but in the main channel, please. In the main channel, main hall of analysis, not where I post the gaming news. And then after that, I load and I with the technician we changed all of the fans of the PC, but now it's beautiful. I got like a hydro cooler that does kind of like an RGB loop from outside to the inside. It's beautiful. So I'm though three of us were needed for some of the zones of the PC to reach some of the places of the PC for the screws. Me, my dad, and the technician, because my PC is like 190 meters high, so it's like a huge beast. It's like your dinosaur here, like the Dorad. It's very big, so I had to hold it, and well, my legs hurted me and etc. After that, so during the weekend, I I was exhausted. I was exhausted, but the end result is beautiful. The end result is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It does like a beautiful loop there. So yeah, I had to change them. I had to switch some of the parts because the fans were like making a loud noise for a week, and I couldn't tolerate it anymore. 100%. So so I've been doing that. And well, here in Argentina, we still have your your friends. That's that's swell. What do you mean swell? That's well. That's swell. What do you mean? Swelling. Yeah. It was terrible. I hope good fortune on you. Well, thank you, Pillow. Same for you. Same for you. Same for you that you stay safe from from your neighbor in that sense. And here, as for the rest, we are dealing with the yesterday we dealt with the Trotskyists once again. As I contemplated my new beautiful PC, we dealt with the Trotskyists with International Women's Day, which I call like International Globalist Day. International Globalist Day, pretty much. And yeah, we had a lot of creatures walking through the street yesterday with all of those things and etc. Uh, well, pretty much, pretty much, pretty much that. But as for the rest, for me personally, very well, very well. I'm God forbid a girl has them. Well, they weren't girls precisely. They weren't girls precisely. They weren't girls precisely. They were like large glowing panels. Okay. It's not large glowing panels. Hang on. They're at the entrance, people. No, pillow, no. They were not girls. They had the what was it? Not the besides the rainbow flag, the other one. It was so funny because one of them brought what was it? A blue, and it was like blue, then pink, and then in the center white flag. And the journalist here asked, what the fuck? What is that flag? I don't know what they are doing. People here legitimately didn't understand what the fuck it was. I learned that that's the trans pride flag. Like the rainbow one is only and that one is specifically for those. So I'm happy to say the policies of No Woman's Day is already enforced in a country. Don't know if you heard of it, but it is called Afghanistan. No, Bill. I love that they defend that, and then they had like Palestinian flags where they would be like publicly stoned in 2 seconds, pretty much. So, hey, this one is not glowing blue. It should be this one. It should be this one. Is that one? What's wrong with this shit? Hang on. When you approach the giant relic ship, Ras will give you a new temporary ability. Use it to summon a probe droid. Ah, it's down there. Okay, I cannot activate it from here. My bad. So now that activates the flow, anti-intrusion droid. Now we scan. There is no record of stoning because of being. Well, oh yeah, I'm sure. Try it. Anyone here, try it. I suggest you try it. See how much you last. I give you 5 seconds. If you last more than 5 seconds, well. If you last more than 5 seconds, I give you a cookie. No, try it. If anyone here believes this suggestion that Kilo is bringing to us, try it. I think you misunderstood. I actually read the reports, and the only source was some Israeli site. Pillow, be careful, Be careful because I have some info for you. The most Muslims are people and won't kill you for that. No, I'm sure. Try it. I encourage anyone to try it. Over at any Islamic country, go and wave your rainbow flags. You wave them. You got a source. If it was only one. All of the news sources of Argentina, maybe completely. Comments the very same Israeli women the other day over at the Australian football match, doing signs to try to escape a certain death. I don't know. The 30k dead people in protests. I imagine that if only in protests that happens, imagine what would happen if you do that. It's a violation of the, what do they call it, the extremist Sharia law or something like that, something along those lines. Come on, if it Link, come on, if it happens consistently, there has to be some source. Please, Pillow, please. I don't think anyone would doubt what would happen to you if you wave one of those flags in those countries. I think no one would doubt it. No one would doubt it at all. I think no one would, and I don't wanna see. Okay, all right, because they are. Pillow, I have news for you. Like the country that is now being bombarded is taken by a religious extremist group that is in league with your neighbor. I don't know if you know it. They are in league with your neighbor. That's like blaming the insurrection during January 6th in the US for being in any Americans. No, no, but no. They are. It's not the same. No, these people have killed lots. They don't really care if it's rainbow flags or not. No, it's like the religion is like there's no separation between the church and the state. There's no separation at all. If you cannot provide, then this conversation serves no purpose. I ask for a source. No, any news channel can tell you that. Any reputable news channel can tell you that. And before you think you say that they're like biased in Argentina is different. It's difficult to explain. In Argentina, the news are more like, okay, what's the difference between Shia and Sunni Islam? They are both aggressive. They are both aggressive. It has been explained here. They are both aggressive, but let's say that the Shiitas, that's pretty much the first one, the Shia, they are like even more extremists, but the other ones as well. It's the whole population. I searched for this information and have not found any besides nationalist paper that lies constantly. No, yes, it was explained here. Yeah. Like the Sunni are like the moderates. The moderates inside of a very extremist and imagine a, a medieval way of you would get a 0 if you wrote that in a paper in school. No. Trust me that here there's below my government is working like side by side with the US and the spies were quite accurate, and it's not just that they know very well of the situation. They know the situation very well. Even if they eliminate, if they try to make the Sunni like the maybe the Argentinian education system is no, trust me, it's that this is accurate information. We are very ahead of the information that you are being told in Europe. Trust me. We are quite ahead of it. We are quite ahead of it because we already dealt with all of this. We had 2 attacks in the 90s. We had 2 attacks in the 90s as the world was in peace. Saying Sunni Islam and Jainism is like moderates and radicals is funny. They're both radical. They're both radical for an Overton window spectrum of the West. They are both radical. But inside of it, the second one is like not completely not completely crazy, but still both crazy, absolutely. You clearly don't know what you're. No, yes, I know very well. And Pillow, you cannot say that because the last 2 times I made a prediction, they were right. I told you that the US would attack Venezuela, and then I would tell you this would happen, and it happened exactly as I said. So you cannot say that. You cannot say that. If I could foresee twice already, it's not fair. Saying, okay, tell me what's the difference between them. It's not a complicated. What does that have to do with anything? Nothing. No, yes, because I couldn't have reached those. Stick to the point where I knowledge. No. Yes, I know. The first ones are even more extremists than the Sunnis. Pretty much, they are even more extremists. And anyways, the Sunni still want the destruction of the West. Then say it. I already told you, they are more extremists. They believe in uniting the church and the state completely. It's a theocracy. Pretty much. They have a council of 80 clerics, they call them, and then they do all of that. Where is it written in the Quran? No. It's not written. They are taken. Most of the population there is taken by this extremist group. Pretty much. It's taken by this extremist group. They're describing something called extremism. Yes, it's what they are. It's what they are. They took their whole country hostage. Well, their whole country, and they're backed by China. At the end of the day, it's China. At the end of the day, it's China. We also had a little thing called fascism or communism. Yeah, but the 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 attacks of invading Europe on that scale, well, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. Defending them, it's impossible now. You disagree with that point? No, they were socialists. They were relativists. I agree with that. We have fascism and communism because of relativism. Precisely because of relativism, because of the absorption of the box gaming shaft in the National Socialist Party, and well, in the case of Stalin, let's not even think about it. He just wanted to kill everything around him. Pretty much a butcher. Then that's like saying every German is or every Japanese is a weeb. No, no, no. I'm not saying that all of them are like that. I'm not saying that all of them are like that. The country, the normal population of the country, is taken hostage. No, no, no. Not all of them are like that. It's being taken hostage by the more extremist version. I get both are extremists, but the most extremist version of Islam or whatever. Pretty much. You're not asking about Iran. I'm not asking. I'm asking you a theological question. Okay, what would be the question then? Which would be the question? Theological question. You said I knew nothing, and I'm just showing you that I know about the situation, and we have pretty good information here. We were attacked twice by that country. Twice. What is the difference between the Sunni Islam and the Shia Islam? I'm telling you that the second one is the one that these people are using as extremists in the 15th century. The difference is that they want to apply a theocracy. Like in the medieval times, what was the difference? Well, back then they both invaded all of Europe, and that's why we had to do the Crusades, pretty much. I don't think it would matter at this point. In the 15th century, you say they had a difference. They all attacked. In medieval times, they all attacked. Everyone did that. No. The West waged a just war. Just like Thomas Aquinas said. No. It's not the same. The morality is completely different. In order to qualify something as a just war, the ulterior conditions of the resulting attack have to be better than the initial ones. Crusades by the 15th century were centered at the Turks. It was centered at Hussites. Well, forward, whichever region it was. It's not comparable. So you are saying that back in the 15th century, they had a difference. But the problem is that that fellow, in the 70s, right now, they took the government, regardless of what history says. Hussites are like the Swedish of the... Hang on. Is this one taking damage? Yeah. So, it was centered around... The Crusades by the 15th century weren't centered at the Turks. Okay. The Swedish, the Muscovites, the Mongols did all the same. Not a just war. Hussites are Christian, just reformists. I asked about theology. Do you know the meaning of the word theology? Yes. Yes, fellow, about the religion. Yes, about the religion. Yes. But honestly, the problem at hand, I don't know what the difference could be in the 15th century. But the thing is that right now, they are extremists. You should know I'm asking about the religion right now. That you... Hang on, Here we go. No, wait. But the part of the Crusades, you say they are reformists, it's not the same. Only the Christian Crusades were a just war. I know that it sounds, and it's a long topic, but basically Thomas Aquinas has described the conditions of a just war. It's not the same morally defending against the Moors than what they are doing. Okay, then you should know what I'm asking about really. So the difference between them. Okay, say what you think is the difference between them. Say what you think is the difference between them. Here. It really does not affect the situation right now, whichever religion difference you can say. The leader, the caliph, should be elected from the prophet's companions. I mostly believe leadership should stay within Muhammad's family, especially Ali and his descendants. Okay, Pilo, and that. How does that change the fact that they were spreading killings all over Europe and the Americas and the world? What does that difference have to do with them attacking the West collectively since the Crusade? How does it change it? The United States had to retaliate. Bro, no. How does it change it? They are still killing Europeans, objectively, objective facts, and people all over the world. They were provoked for the last time. The West killed too. No. There's a moral difference. A just war is different. The three conditions that Thomas Aquinas lists for... I'm having a theological debate. Okay, you want to talk about the religions, I get it. But regardless of what they do with their religions, the point is that they attacked all over the place. And you're constantly devolving into a political debate. Okay, what do you want to chat about the religion? That they have... That shows you do not know the subject. I know the subject, Pillow. I told you that they were more extremists and the other ones weren't. But you're not interested in regarding their religion. If both of them are killing, honestly, it's like wasting time. And besides, I tell you, are you not interested in their internal religion that has killed a lot of the West and Europeans and Americans? No, of course not. Name one thing Muslim done that Christians haven't. I cannot say the word. Do T attacks all over Europe and the Americas. Align with the Soviet Union. Align with China. Force women to wear the whatever the fuck is called, the hijab, the veil, basically, that they use. Because there were more than 19 Christian attacks in holy places of Islam, all in a retaliation due to them spreading terror. Pillow, for the last 15 years they've been... I have an idea, Pillow. Instead of using arguments, I have an idea. I suggest to anyone openly who wants to defend them in general, instead of that, I suggest you go and live there. It's more direct. Go and live over there, and then reply to me. Why is it that everyone comes from those places, from Middle East, to Europe and to the US, and not the other way around? You tell me. I'll just pose the question. Like that. Last big attack resulted in the death of 44 million. Blah, blah, it's their own country. Supporter intervention. Seriously, you have about... There is a value and rules. There is value and rules. They've been killing for 15, 20 years, not acknowledging the United States as the dominant power out of World War II, which brought order to the world. They are, of course. Theology. The theology is that that 99% of inventions of humanity. What value represents a man blowing up himself? Tell me. No. Zero. That's the extremists. That's the extremists that have been attacking us. Precisely. Precisely. That's the extremists that have been attacking us. Pillow, it's easy. Why is it that people don't go over there and instead come here to live? But a Christian did that. Might have been an isolated case if it happened. I just told you the story. They love together in death of 44 months and blew up a mosque in their own country. Well, Pillow, I don't know what's the circumstance of that, who the person did it, if he was Christian or etc. I don't know the conditions. But what I know is that in the last, it happened 19th. Okay, what I know is that in the last 15 to 20 years, the West has been under constant attack by them. Constant attack. Different people. Well, pretty much, Thomas Aquinas listed the three conditions of a just war when he was faced with the same question about the Crusades. And let us recap. So, three conditions. The ulterior conditions after the attack need to be more benevolent than before it. Checked all of the places that the US has attacked, ending up in a lot of freedom compared to what they were before. If you want proof, in the retreat of Afghanistan that Biden did, another times again in the spirit of West to West supremacy should have almost 50 kids. Is that justified for you? If the three conditions align themselves, like Thomas Aquinas said, it's needed because otherwise we all get killed to be dead in the war. And you know what the ones that survived did? They hanged from the wheel of the plane to get out of there. They hang on the wheel of, knowing that it's certain death. They'd rather take that than stay there. No propaganda, no nothing. Raw image that was seen. If everyone wants to get out of there and come to the West, well, there has to be a reason. And the reason is that 95% of all of inventions of humanity, even if it's tough to hear, were done by white, Christian, European men and in the US. That is like migration from Europe to the America. It's a harsh truth. The death of 50 kids is justified for you because Thomas Aquinas said so. No, it's not because he said so. It's because the objective arrangement of molecules and particles dictates that if we are attacked for 2,000 years, there has to be a defense. As of a couple, so many levels. No, the deaths of the kids are always bad. Are always bad. They are always bad. Objectively, negatively bad. But in a comparison, the Eastern religion, in a comparison, the Eastern religion has attacked much more and killed much more than 50 people of the West, as the West provided everything, all of the technology, everything, and still attacking, and still attacking, and still attacking, and still attacking, and pretty much, it's bad, then it's bad. There's no comparison. No, I agree it's bad. I agree it's bad. I agree it's objectively bad. Death is objectively bad. However, under the circumstances, are you only a relativist in this particular case? It's not being relativist because the three conditions are objective. 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 You just said, however, yes, in a comparison between the attacks of the East to the West and the West to the East has done much more damage and much more virulence. Yes, that is a relative comparison. That's one thing. Yes, that's a relative comparison. However, the three conditions are absolute for a just war. They are objective. I ask you simply yes or no question. These are topics that yes or no questions just don't satisfactorily solve, sadly, generally. Because it involves that there has to be no explanation after it, and that's just way too simplistic. It's a reduction of the complexity of the topic that just won't bleed anywhere. But it is a simple question. No elaborate paragraph or speech. If I don't do that, you will probably get such a limited info that will serve no
I
purpose.
wish I had better news on the Ilum front.
I don't work like that.
Stopped responding
Yes
altogether.
or no
Details are
leads to
scarce
not
at the
asking
moment, but
why.
Theron
And
I
when you
are
don't ask yourself
investigating.
why, it's
I know what's
just
gotten into her ass. I'll have to talk to
reduct,
him before he does something
reducing
I
the
can't take
complexity
back.
of the topic.
Thanks for putting him in his place.
It should me in the head if I was a Muslim living in Argentina. If you wouldn't
Never mind.
be charged, no,
There's
I
too much
wouldn't do
sugar
that.
left to think
No, I
about
wouldn't
now.
do that.
If
I
Beshik's
wouldn't do
claims
that.
are true,
I
can
wouldn't do
understand
that.
why Shay would
Never.
hate Malgus.
In
What
fact,
other does they both want?
I have neighbors that
I
are
just know about her
like
days
that.
working with the
And no,
Datacron. Everyone does.
my great grandpa
But she never really talked about
was
the
Syrian.
specifics.
Pillow.
While you were gone, the spirit of
No.
vengeance received another distress
No.
signal from the same
Of
source
course
on
not.
Tatooine. The defector is getting desperate, and it almost sounds like she's ready to run back to Hedda.
But
We
these
can't let that
people
happen.
are
We need you
using
fast.
the state
So I took the liberty of getting you some help.
Fortunately for you, I have
to impose a
experience
religion,
tracking down even the most
extremist version of a religion, and terrorize the
Don't
world.
get carried away with this.
Would you go to
Find a
Iraq
defector
and
and offer
should
terms.
because they are
If he doesn't
Muslims?
accept,
Yes or no?
get you
Me
what you need and
personally,
get out.
no, I wouldn't.
Understood.
Me personally, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. But I would approve the US being the shield of the West and defending us from the killings that they do. I would approve the US defending us. Yes. Because I know where the bad people are. I know it very well where the bad people are. If not, tell it to my great grandpa that he had to escape from there, from Syria. I wouldn't personally. I would support the US defending the West. 100%. 100%. 100%. The US supporting the West if we are attacked? Yes. Of course. Not me personally. Not me personally. I wouldn't personally go and do that. I wouldn't personally go and do that. But I don't relativize evil at the same time. I don't relativize evil in that sense. Because saying that this is like equal sides of a discussion, I think from the get-go it's a fallacy. It's a fallacy because of the attack that we all know back in 2001, because of the propaganda that they have fed us for 20 to 15 years, because of the rainbow flags and everything that they tried to do to destroy the West. It's the last 20 years of all of the attacks in Germany, all of the attacks in Europe, all of the attacks in the US. Because of all of that,
Tatooine, a wise choice, Warcraft.
it's a fallacy saying that
Enough
this is
natural resources and
like
criminal
an equal
assets to make an easy disappearance.
argument in which we have two sides, side A and B,
A headache for the people
just
who hunt them.
in an equal war and etc. No, no, I think that's a fallacy from the get-go. Was caused by Osama. Yeah, okay, and what? Indeed, that one, an extremist. Okay, like the ones that they are dealing with now. The same, the same. Maybe another branch of it, another. The same. An extremist group taking the state hostage, the rest of the population hostage, and using it to attack the rest of the world, pretty
Have you
much.
encountered any
Yes,
Mandalorians
extremists.
recently?
Not a car.
That's why we should all be thankful to the US for defending us.
Traveling alone.
In fact,
Gold armor.
and it wasn't only there. For example, I'll tell you just so you see that it's not just that one. The former president that was killed in the attacks of the US the other day, not the one that they were looking for, the ex-president. here in Argentina left 2, you just won't stop regarding that. No, because I know that people think of this well, let's see it from the perspective of everyone and have empathy and etc. And I get your good intentions. You're not the only one. You clearly interesting. Change your mind. No, regarding this topic, it's a problem that in Europe you've been exposed to an influence that from the distance is seen as self-destructive. It's like seeing a person grabbing a knife and trying to kill himself. Seeing Europe from the perspective of the Americas. My country suffered two attacks. Suffered two attacks. This my country. It suffered two attacks in the 90s. The Jewish embassy and the general. They literally put two explosive devices in the middle of the city. No, we have it clear in the Americas who are the evil people here, and it's definitely not the United States. And I'll tell you more. I'll tell you more. The regimes there, they are working with China and with Russia. They are working with China and with Russia. They are allies of them. So I would put that into perspective if they are on the correct side of history. I understand that the civil population is not responsible at all, but it cannot be compared what the US is doing to them, putting them on the same level. I will always disagree with that. No, putting them on the same level. Just look at what the US is and what these countries are. If they cannot understand that having a nuclear bomb is something that only a responsible Western superpower like the US can have, then they negated all of the international controls before this attack. It was told to them to death. Trump even told them like all of the 10 conditions so the attacks wouldn't happen. They told them, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that. Why is it that the US can tell other countries like that what they can do or not? Because it is the dominant superpower after World War II. And people don't seem to understand this. In these 15 years, people thought that, oh no, the US it's already done. It's already done. And now we are awakening to reality. For me, it's not an awakening because I always was like that. People are awakening to reality. That the US didn't win, World War II just because of it. It's because Christianity gives a degree of creativity that created 95% of all inventions of humanity by white, Western, European, descended men, and because of that, they explored the sea, the US existed, the US existed, and now we are crying because after provoking all of that for 15 years, Obama did this basically. Oh no, come on. The US is weak, come on, you can. We are all on the same level, We are awakening to reality. We are awakening to reality. We are awakening to reality finally. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? For me, it's not an awakening. For me, I always knew that this would happen. That's why I could predict all of those things. We're awakening to reality. 15 years, 20 years of being told, oh, no. We are all on equal ground. The United States is just one more of all of us. No. It's the superpower of the world with the biggest army And that's a reality after World War II. And people seem to forget this. People seem to forget this. So no, it's not the same. They didn't do all of those attacks before what I'm telling you of the problem of the beginning of the century. Pretty much provoking and provoking and provoking. And when you provoke for 15 to 20 years continuously,
Junglin wastes. Ten-two does not offer
well,
missions.
reality arrived.
Only one, if I
And now we are
correctly.
playing the victim. Reality arrived.
Let's hope that whoever
And now they are
installed
playing the
the
victim because
deflector did
they
not
realize the
reach
reality.
first.
They realize reality is that that they can beat the US. It's the reality. Oh well, it's what we have, people. It's what we have. I know it's a terrible awakening for a lot of people after 15 years of being told the opposite. But it seems to be the reality. Otherwise, take the US. If everyone is so intelligent and white Christian men, we are all stupid, take the US. Try to take the US. If all of the religions have the same impact on the world, and take the US. See if you can.
Stop it! Stop!
It won't happen.
Just please let her live.
Fortunately, the protector of the West
Run.
is doing his job.
Jim, what's the point?
He's taking his role.
I'm done running.
It's a reality.
It's never gonna end, and I don't want you to die for me. I swore that I would protect you, and I will, no matter the cost.
We're not here.
What information? If you're not with the mercenaries or the hidden chain, why are you here?
Our only concern is stopping the pretender, Cole. That's why we need fresh information on the hidden chain.
We're not interested in getting drawn back into your war. How'd you find us?
The distress signal you sent. Jakaya Order sent us to find you.
I sent no signal. We're trying to disappear. We're covering our tracks as carefully as we can.
I don't like this. Who sent that signal then? And why does it feel like there's something we're missing?
I'm or an M. I also ran from the hidden chain, but I'm no
But basically, it's not against you, Pillow. It's not against you, Pillow. It's that out of 1,000,000 channels, you'll see that you have 1,000,000 channels who will support the other side. I just happen to support the correct one.
That's how I met Aura.
I just happen to support the other one. Let's just say from a neutral perspective.
something I thought I
Just support the other one. There's one that supports the correct one.
So confused.
The correct one.
Couldn't work, couldn't
Only
focus
one.
on anything.
Pretty much, because everyone, the easy part is saying all of
The Mandalorians, the hidden chain.
Oh,
Jim showed up and took me away.
saying that everything is on equal ground.
And I saw what it was really like to
Pretty
lose
much.
freedom. But Jim's made up for what she did.
Pretty much.
1,000 times over.
And how did you do that?
We were taking Aura and the others to the prison ship when it was destroyed. Hidden Chain Command was in chaos. All we were told was to stay put. I took advantage of the opportunity to free Aura and the other prisoners.
We thought we had escaped. But almost immediately, we were attacked by mercenaries.
They call themselves Rawls Regulators. Had us use them for other jobs before she became Field Marshal. They've already abducted some of the others. They're not going to stop until we're all in chains again.
Let me help you.
In exchange for information we can use.
The hidden chain.
Very well.
What? We're gonna just wait here and...
Yes,
We could
indeed.
finally start our life together.
Oh my fucking god.
Aura, please.
You should listen to her.
Thank you. Take this device.
We will
We'll secure ourselves to
There
make...
we go. Perfect. Now, okay, let me turn on the AC. But it's basically that. It's basically that, people. It's basically that. I, of course, feel bad, and it's objectively bad for all of the killings and etc. and etc. But the reality is, people have lived for the last 15 to 20 years in an alternative universe. In an alternative universe where everyone thought that the United States was full of stupid people. That's what people were fed, especially in Europe and around the world in general. That the United States is full of stupid people and that they won World War II just by chance or whatever. And now reality is imposing itself. It's what I tell you every single day regarding relativism. Reality, eventually, the objective arrangement of molecules and particles imposes itself. Imposes itself. Eventually, it imposes itself. Eventually, everyone is realizing right now that the United States is the police of the world. Oh, but that's not fair. How is it not fair?
On your feet.
If they won World War II and protected the West and etc. People thought that they could provoke that any random country could provoke the US and call it a day, and nothing would happen. And nothing would happen. Just tell the travelers for some here in China. What? Ah well, it's reality. It's reality, pretty much. Oh, this one. Disrupt all stealth generators in the area. I don't know. It's reality. It's reality. Yeah. It's pretty much reality. I am very sad for all of the deaths that Pillow is precisely mentioning here, and etc. Don't get me wrong. Any death is objectively wrong. But a provocation of 15 to 20 years. I hope the attacks are surgical and don't hit the innocent people as he's mentioning. At all. But the problem is that you know why that happens, because the very same evil people build schools right besides the military targets to use them as a shield. That is a problem. That is a problem. Something that is generally not considered at all. It didn't surprise me. It didn't surprise me in that sense. It didn't surprise me in that sense. The development of successes that we have. Where is it? 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 Here. So yeah, we teleport to the next one. Pretty much, people. Pretty much. Oh. Hang on, huh? Now I will teleport there. There? Hang on, huh? I can't believe that this shit is so long in that sense. I got some text here. Amazing discoveries, fun as always, etc. Sorry, people, that today I started a bit late. Basically, that's the idea. Pretty much. I think I have to clear this area first before proceeding. Hang on. Or what? It's like a specific point where I have to find it. Here. You have to kind of like find it and root in place.
Inferior equipment, inferior fighters.
Okay, we go over there. Right, damn it, it's in the middle of the desert. It's in the middle of the desert. These events that pop up right in the middle of your quests are so fucking annoying because you like have them like that. Hang on a second. About this, today's the new galactic season. Run the Cubas. Oh, an alliance alert. That means I can. Okay. This is very important. I have to do this one now. I have to do that one. I have to do that one because that one is a very important comp. Zerka archaeological site is like new. Where is it?
They should have considered another line of work.
There we go. With the data pad. Here we go. Heads up, regulators. We are after a Mandalorian on the run, so expect a tougher job than the last few. Just remember, this means more than credits. It means opening up a new line of business with a new Mando power. I've divided the planet into a standard grid search. As long as you all keep your heads on a swivel, they can't get past us. Keep your stealth generators charged. You sneak up on them, let them sneak up to you, on you. I'm at the spaceport in Mos Eisley, so I'll keep an eye out in case they slip past any of you. When you catch our quarry, bring them to docking bay 73. Where is it? Mos Eisley. Okay, hang on. Because generally when this happens, the map only shows the objective like on the transporter point, like only on the taxi terminal here. Transport service. Yep, I knew it. Most Isla Peter. Let's go back there. This will be faster. I know it fades to black and reappears, but that's pretty much the idea. They are trying to do the world bus there, though. Locate San Laurent. What? Locate San Laurent. What? Where's the... it has to be that one. Okay, it's marked. Okay, so just by the end of it. They're trying to do the light versus dark world bus there. Then maybe I have to find the group because it has the as the first reward of the season. The galactic season is the alliance alert for Altur Sokadon. That is quite good. Phalanx protocol droid. Oh, it's with a lot of... Dang it, it's a lot of companion alerts, huh? That's amazing. They're trying to do a keeper anise there. Quite good. So we get to the spaceport right here. I wonder when I will finish all of the story quests. When I will finish all of the story quests. Right here. By the way, people, we have to start with oh my fucking god.
I expected something more formidable.
Speaking of it. Speaking of the desert and its dangers.
You were interrupting my business.
You made quite the effort for such a small bounty.
That Mando and her little pet chose to make dangerous enemies. Enemies that pay very well. But guess I'll need to deal with you before I drag the Womp Rats out of their hovel. Let's dance.
Oh my god.
No need for that fancy stealth detector. I'm right here. Never fail to bring in a bounty.
Ah, it's a bounty hunter.
I've got a few tricks.
One more second and you wouldn't be able to even show that trick, huh? Damn, it's so sad that we don't have a master mode. For this shit. In that sense. Can I mount? No, I cannot. That's the hangar, and now we get off here to get there. Okay, people, I'm running out of time, sadly. Almost 9 p.m. Let's see if I can finish this one. Though we lost a lot of time in that Hoth quest over there. When I was searching for the droid and the panels, but I think we made it. We made quite a lot of progress for this. For this year, I'll continue with I'll continue with the Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing. That's one I need to cover. And then
Displaying all authorized destinations.
reach site post speeder. I can fast travel. Okay, no, it's far away. I'll have to go from there.
Project is confirmed.
I might. I'll have to do a long galactic season this time because I want those two companions. I think that I'll tour SWTOR or something like that. He did the best damage after Shea Bisla, so it's good to keep him there. They're doing the world bus, people, for the season. Hey, is it me or is it the same zone? Is the same zone as before? I love how the comps send you lots of mails no matter what you do. There. If I follow a straight line, well, evidently avoiding the mobs, I should get there fast. I wonder if I'll ever get to the ending of the story. Right, well, the ending. It doesn't end because they keep updating it constantly, no matter what I do. I got no credit loot? No, because when you loot the world bus, the only warranted drop for you is the token, which is the one that you need. Ah, he got no. He had to be in the group. Yeah, he has to be in the group. He has to be in the group. Otherwise, he doesn't drop. Just glitches out. No, you should need to be in the group, huh? Otherwise, it doesn't drop. I think that one is wrong. I think you need to be in group. Because loot is like handled like that. It usually works, but not always. No, it shouldn't drop it. It shouldn't drop if you are not in the group.
You've returned, and you're unhurt.
Second-rate mercenaries are nothing we can't handle.
Were you able to? I mean, are we?
You don't have to worry about
Indeed. We took care of them as promised.
The bounty contract had it took out on us. We finally have a chance.
A chance? We've run, and we've hidden, and we've waited, just for a chance? To do what? Run and hide more? We've gotten one band of mercs off our backs. One! How long before Hedicole sends another? Maybe she already has!
It is a possibility.
When I rescued you, I had... But I love you.
Well, I have enough for
Well
this.
said.
Forced degeneracies. I had enough people. Clearly I should have been born 100 years before. I'm sorry people, I should have been born 100 years before. The degeneracy of human nature and all blah 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 blah. I won't bore you anymore. Good on Disney for thinking that any of this is in any way natural. I still don't have my. I am offended. I don't have my Italian Sith lady. I'm still offended because I don't have my Italian Sith lady.
And so shall I.
Good. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, go there. No problem. Go there. Go over there. Go over there.
I know that there are. We can work with.
We understand. We understand. I wish you well. May you find what you are both seeking.
The regulators had a starship, but I
Good.
thank you. And good.
Good for us. Let us finish this. I've had enough. Besides, this one is first. You cannot choose. See, this is when people say that there's this argument that people say, oh, what does it bother you if it's optional? If all of this is optional, if all of this is optional, no, as you can see, it's not optional. You have to watch it 100% unless you hit the spacebar. You can see that it's not optional. Here, this was pretty much done in 2020, I'm sure, at the highest of the woke epidemic and etc. Return to Lana and Jekaya Ordo on other sun, and I will leave it like this, people, for today. So it was a real pleasure sharing this Tuesday of I need to go have dinner. It was a pleasure sharing this Tuesday of gameplay of Star Wars The Old Republic with all of you. Special thanks to Pillow for the great debate. Even if I know that my stances might be different than what people are used to here. Even if like that, I thank always any of you who participates for the debate. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thanks to Kitty Kisses the other day for the raid and the 2 new followers of Thursday. And pretty much we'll continue on Thursday. We need to continue with the incredible adventures of Van Helsing plus well, here I have to finish the story. I don't know how much more it will go on. Let me check something. I want to check something. We're at the final era, right? Yeah, we're at the final era. Like, pretty much I've done everything. I've done everything 100%. Legacy of the Sith, yeah. Right there. Yeah, it's the final era. Okay, people. See you on Thursday. Sorry that today I started late. So we'll finish a bit earlier like that. No, I will not close because I have to take care of some things. Yeah, so right now I could just Alt Tab. So there we go. Here we go. Okay, goodbye people. Thanks for the great conversation to Pillow, and thanks to anyone who might have taken the time to watch this as a YouTube bot or a Twitch bot in the future, and thanks to new YouTube subscribers. Then I have to read all of your new subs eventually. Then I have to log in and do that, but I have to like log out and then log in. It's been a pleasure, people. Happy Tuesday. See you all on Thursday. See you all on Thursday when we'll continue, see if we can finish the story here once and for all. Bye bye, people. Bye bye. Have a great day. Bye bye.